Mike Mullen from MikeMullen.net. Kurt Busch, great job. Dominated. More than 250 laps of the 400. Led. Won the Coke 600. Backed up that All-Star win. Did a great job. And his brother, Kyle. This is going to be a great championship battle between these two guys, I think, coming up in September. Kyle had problems on pit road, had a really strong car, ran into a Brad Keselowski, had to go to the rear of the field, took a long time to get back to the front, came back and finished third. Good run. Championship performance, he said, and I agree. Jamie McMurray. Hey, you gotta love Jamie McMurray this season. His best season ever, and if they had the Winston-Mayen back, he'd have had a good shot at it, or might still have a good shot at it. Won Daytona, could have won tonight, finished second to Kurt Busch. He finished second at Talladega. That was part of the Winston-Mayen. He won Talladega last fall. Hey, in the Southern 500 at Darlington a couple of weeks ago, finished second. That's some pretty big hits. I think it's going to be a good season for Jamie. His best season ever. But Jimmy Johnson, what in the world is wrong with the guy? He spins out twice on his own, hits the wall, crashes. Good work by his crew chief, Chad Knaus, to fix the car. Went behind the wall, 37th, zillions of laps down. Came back, ran 300 more laps or so, still finished 37th. Made no points at all, but at least he didn't get a DNF. That would have been his 4th DNF of the season in 13 races. He hasn't had that many DNFs in the last 3 years, I don't think. It was a strange night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The 600, Kurt Busch winning, Jamie McMurray second, Kyle Busch third, Mark Martin pulled off the 4th. Good strong run. Jeff Gordon lost the touch. I don't know what was going on there. He was never in the game, really. Dale Earnhardt Jr. led for 10 laps because he didn't pit, hoping for a caution late. Caution never came. Jamie would have won the race. He came on strong in the second half after Kurt dominated the first half. But a late caution with about 20 laps to go doomed him. They went down pit road, changed tires. Kurt came out ahead and stayed ahead. Marcus Ambrose spun out and brought out the caution, and people had trouble spinning out right and left, just for no apparent reason. Greg Biffle twice hit the wall. He had a top 5 car, had a top 5 run. He conceded he overdrove the race, but that's the way it goes. Slipping, sliding, trying to have a car that's going to work well for the hour and a half in the hot weather, 90 degrees, humidity. We thought it was going to rain, but it didn't. And then it chills off a little bit, relatively. The track changes, gets real grippy. Tires are still really hard. Surface is still not perfect. Guys had trouble all night. Every time you turned around, somebody was bumping into somebody. And what was the thing about Kurt Busch, about Kyle Busch and Jeff Burton at the end of the race? On a late restart, Clint Bowyer was on the inside, made it 3 wide. Kyle Busch was in the middle of the sandwich, and Jeff Burton was on the outside. Kyle was trying to hold his line. Clint Bowyer made it 3 wide. Jeff Burton apparently didn't realize it was 3 wide, cut a tire down, lost a chance at a top 5, lost a lot of points, finished 25th. It was not a good night for Jeff Burton. And then on pit road, he uncharacteristically lost his cool and went over there and yelled at Kyle. Once he sees the replays, I think he's going to see that it's his teammate he should be asking about, not Kyle Busch. But that was the way it went Sunday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good time was had by all. Not a great crowd, but a decent crowd. And that follows 140,000 seats, filled with at least 100,000 people last weekend for the All-Star race, which Kurt Busch won too. Kurt Busch the sweep at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and he was really emotional about it. Hallowed ground, he talked about Victory Lane. Maybe so. A lot of great men have been there before, and this was Kurt's first. Mike Mullen from MikeMullen.net. Kurt Busch, Jamie McMurray, and Kyle Busch. 1, 2, 3 in the Coke 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mike Mullen from MikeMullen.net.